Build up to BSAC, a behind-the-scenes look at preparations for BSAC 2025. Meet the men and women in the engine room of the island's premier junior track and field event. Build up to BSAC with the compliments of Powerade, Pause is Power, and the Sunny, Live First, the Sunny After. The 2025 BSSAC season is upon us, but have you really stopped to think, what does it take for persons to stage the island's biggest junior track and field meet? Build up to BSSAC will take you behind the scenes, starting with a look at the persons who really are in the engine room to get everything together. Andrew Skeet, Peter Cox, Tanya Mears, Juanita Wade, Dorian Best, Andrew Greenidge, Jesse King, Gabriel Burnett, Ramon Armstrong, Siebert Strawn, Vasco Dash, Meet Director Dave Small, and co-chairs Sandra Goodridge and Andrew Brathwaite, the men and women of the BSSAC Organizing Committee. So as I sought to find out how things are lining up for this year's edition, I found co-chair Andrew Brathwaite actually hard at work marking out the field for the upcoming field event championships at the Queen's College School. But he allowed me to know this work started in earnest a while ago.
We generally start prepping for BSSAC in January of the competition year. So this year we would have started with a meeting with our title sponsor first, because we have to lay the cards on the table, find out what they're thinking and what maybe they want to do and their vision as well for the competition. And then we set our committee to work. We have a few meetings along the way. However, we are conscious that all of us are teachers basically, and we have the day job. This BSSAC thing is really a volunteer exercise. So with that, the work happens a lot by communicating in the group chat. A lot of WhatsApp messages go and a lot of phone calls. I like to say that I know how to drive in my lane. So I don't pretend that I know everything about the process, but we have persons who are well versed in particular areas who will take responsibility.
As you can imagine, hosting BSSAC is a major undertaking with so many elements to cover, and it comes with a hefty cost.
Our biggest challenge is covering costs. With COVID, we had a situation where it's a little tighter for sponsors, and for us it is a challenge every year getting the amount of money that we require to make sure that we cover our bills, one, and possibly make a profit. For some years we hadn't been making a profit. Last year we made a small profit, and from that profit we have put that money into prize money for the schools as well, because I think one of the major challenges is awarding schools what they should get. Our prize money is very small, and sometimes we know the school pays out more than the winning school will get for BSSAC. It's really about bragging rights, because the financial benefit really is not there. But we are actively pursuing sponsors to allow us to maybe cover that cost, increase that prize money. But for me, that is the biggest challenge, having enough money to execute in the way that we want to execute.
BSSAC is just about 3 weeks away, but no fear, the committee is on track.
This year, it seems to be a little easier. I'm not sure why. Maybe because the template is much the same for this year, because we've been back at Usain Bolt now for the last couple of years since COVID, and we moved the competition to what we had pre-COVID. For the first time, we are having the zones as they used to be, and maybe that have allowed us to operate in a way that is a bit more comfortable for us. So I'm not feeling as stressed at this point as I would normally feel. Thankfully, things are lining up as we go along. So that's really what happens behind the scenes, and then the real work is when the competition starts. That's when you can't sit down. That's when you have to deal with every little thing that comes up on the spot. But right now, I think the committee is comfortable with where we're at.
Build up to BSSAC, a behind-the-scenes look at preparations for BSSAC 2025. Meet the men and women in the engine room of the island's premier junior track and field event. Build up to BSSAC with the compliments of Powerade, Pause is Power, and the Sunny, Live First, the Sunny After.